I think regardless of what your role is in the community, whether you're a parent, whether you're a taxpayer, a homeowner, any of these sort of things, voting for the referendum is an important thing because our schools ultimately feed our community. We make the next generation of WWP better by creating excellent students who will go on to graduate and do excellent things. So we have a responsibility to meet those needs for those students who are in our buildings. We have a responsibility to meet their needs academically. We have a responsibility to meet their needs socially, in terms of their growth, in terms of their learning across the board.
My two children both went to the West Windsor-Plainsboro schools from kindergarten all the way through 12th grade. By parenting them, I saw the tremendous impact that our schools have on our children's lives. The schools are so important, and the referendum that we will be voting on in November can make a tremendous improvement in the quality of our schools. It's really important that members of our community come out and vote this November.
I think it's important for voters to know that at this time, it's about maximizing the dollar that is going to be used for what we're going to be able to get out of it. It's also a time where if we don't start building now, and if the projections are correct with the increase of student population, we'll be building when it's too late to fulfill classes. And I think people move to West Windsor and Plainsboro, to live near the train station and have their kids go to excellent schools. And we don't want to get into a situation where we're running out of classroom space, or we have to limit kids in their choices in pursuing a second science class because we don't have enough room.
As we think of the referendum, it's important to note that planning for a referendum doesn't just happen in a vacuum. We've been looking at residential growth for years. We've been discussing it through my last 9 years here as part of this community and my 5 years as superintendent. We've paid meticulous attention to residential growth patterns. We've looked at capacity studies, demographic studies. We've been working with the township planners and developers. We've looked at the long-term facilities plans within the community. We have to be cognizant of the affordable housing decisions that now have occurred in West Windsor, and growth is coming. Our facilities have needs, and the moment of opportunity is now.
Voting for this referendum is important for students, parents, and really community members. For the student, it continues to ensure that they are receiving the quality education that they need and they want and they desire. For the parents, it's to ensure that your investment within the community has some dividends, meaning your child's education. And then for community members, it's to make sure that this community continues to thrive and it's a community that people seek out.
My 3 children have all attended the West Windsor-Plainsboro schools. As a longtime volunteer in our schools, I recognize the importance of our facilities. Our children spend most of their day in our schools. We need to invest in our schools.
There are things that are moving and happening within our greater community, and we have an absolute need for facility space, looking at capacity and class size growth issues currently existing in district with current classes and current students. This referendum brings forward, we believe, a respectful approach to addressing both the growth and the facility needs, as well as addressing projects across the district that have impact on all residents' children. But I also want to emphasize that that we must make sure that our facilities are appropriate for the expectations that this community holds on the educational program.
The parents and voters need to know the importance of getting out to vote on November 6th. The referendum projects that will take place at Wicoff, as well as the referendum projects that will take place across the district, are going to benefit the students. Our students deserve it. Remember, every vote counts.
I'm not only a West Windsor-Plainsboro school board member. I've been dedicated to the enhancement and improvement of our local community for years. My wife and I have 5 beautiful children, one of whom graduated from High School South. 4 of our children are currently attending WWP schools. This referendum will have an incredible impact on our entire community. That is why I strongly encourage you to come out and vote in November.
If we are going to remain as a highly rated, superior educational system. One of the things that helps us do that work is having facilities that are respectful of our staff and our students and meeting learning spaces that are appropriate for the best educational outcomes and programs for all students. This referendum helps continue to put us in that place of excellence, and as we think about building for the future, and it builds the facilities in advance or at the same time that the growth is coming, and it will help avoid overcrowded classrooms in the short term as we build the space for the children of today and the children of tomorrow.